Welcome to Formula Drift Insider. I am your host, Ryan Sage. On this week's episode, we sit down for another installment of championship interviews with surging driver Rhys Millen. And we'll have a very fun and exciting rookie profile with Danny George. Rhys Millen, he's one of the most iconic and recognizable names in the sport of drifting. He has one championship under his belt, and right now in 2012, he sits in third, only 44.5 points behind the leader, Vaughn Gittin Jr. Last year, he was in a similar position, and he ended up finishing second at the final round behind Tyler McQuarrie, but last year, Rhys wasn't so close in points. This is Rhys Millen, and this is his championship interview.
You know, our year has been a little crazy. Started off a little frustrating with some engine issues that we had. We thought we had gotten over all of that, and come to find out that our engine builder was just not being meticulous. Put us in a tough situation for round one. We got through that and kind of progressed. Had a couple of top 16 eliminations that the calls, in my view, were very close and maybe should have gone one more time or to our favor. And then kind of poured it on at the end of the year with some of the tracks that really suit the Genesis Coupe. I really wasn't even considering the championship hunt before Vegas. We just wanted a strong showing. And I think the value of winning at Vegas after Pikes Peak with the same car is probably bigger than actually winning the Pikes Peak event. It shows the dynamics of the car, of being set up in different conditions. It shows my ability to adapt as a driver, to grip drive and be clean and smooth and fast with road racing, and then come in and just give it the Hail Mary chuck and drifting and stick it on the wall where you're expected to. Winning Las Vegas was a bonus. I never considered ourselves in the championship hunt going into Vegas. With discredit to some of the other guys, some of their results, it kind of credited us. And it put us in the championship hunt, and now I'm focused for that. The car is performing well. We got second in Irwindale last year. We need to qualify high and pretty much win the event and just watch how the rest of the event plays out. Ryan Turk, I think he's going to struggle a little at Irwindale. His car is maybe not as powerful as what's required for the high degree of banking at Irwindale. You kind of saw that a little bit at Las Vegas, but that doesn't take away from his driver ability. What he lacks in, say, vehicle preparation, he'll more than make up from behind the wheel. Frederick Osbo, he's kind of the true and true drifter. Aggressive, talented, young. He hasn't got a win yet, but man, he's been so close. And I think he's going to do really well at Irwindale. He'll be a tough competitor, always a tough competitor. Daijiro Yoshihara, always solid, always consistent. Shouldn't have beat me at New Jersey, but a great friend and a great guy. I tell Dai all the time, he's the #1 guy out there for the fans. I stand up in the lineup of top 16 introductions, and the biggest cheer always comes out for Dai. They love him. He's just a straight up, genuine guy, and he loves the sport and loves driving. Justin Pollock, tough year for him. He started off just on fire, and it looked like he could not make a mistake, and then one mistake after another kind of bled in there, and I don't know if he got unbalanced or what happened, but he's a super talented young kid as well, and sometimes we try too hard and maybe we want it too desperately, and that puts us into a situation that can falter us rather than help us, and maybe that's what he's been dealing with a little bit lately. Daigo Saito, very skillful driver, very good car. Not really being that impressed with his trickery that he plays. Every time is kind of a stall at the start or a stall before the first corner, or very shallow angle to make up proximity, but always gets a credit from the judges for doing it. I think he has the raw talent to drive the same way that the US drivers does and still win without playing those games. He's going to be one to watch. He's also, he's going to be hard to beat at Irwindale. Vaughn Gittin Jr., probably best pick for winning the championship this year. That would give him 2 championships. And you know, this year he started off soft, but he's been on fire, as he was a couple of years ago when he won the championship. Although we're going to push hard, I do pick him as the winner for this year. Can always fall further down than where we're at now. So 3rd would be great for the year for me. 1st would be brilliant, but I've got to make sure I don't fall down 4th, 5th, 6th or so, because that can easily happen. Typically this time of year, you know, everyone's renegotiating their deals for next year, looking to the off season, how they're going to make their cars bigger, better, and stronger. And our situation, unfortunately, 2 weeks ago, we got word from Hyundai that they're changing their marketing direction and eliminating all funding and efforts in US motorsport, pretty much pulling out of everything. So for us right now, we don't have a program for next year. We're looking to align ourselves with a sponsor, if it's a manufacturer from the auto side of things, if it's a tire company, whatever we can do to kind of keep us in the sport. I'm not willing to give up competition yet. There's a few years left in the old dog yet. And I enjoy being out there, beating up on the competition and putting on a great display for the fans. So, you know, we're going to work hard in the next 60 to 90 days, and hopefully you'll see us out there next year.
Danny George is a rookie who burst onto the scene in more ways than one. He's known as the crab cooker, and he's probably a marketing genius, as he's used that identity to fuel his reputation in the series. And he's turning into a pretty darn good driver as well. This is Danny George, and this is his rookie profile.
Hi, Danny George, live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Been drifting for 2 years now. Wanting to become a drifter was kind of a childhood thing. I've always been into cars, you know, sliding big wheels around corners, or, you know, drifting the shopping cart with my parents at the store. And it's always just kind of been, cars has been in my blood from day one. And now that got driver's license and moving up, now I can kind of take that personality and style of, you know, screwing around kind of and taking into the drift world, which is, you know, almost that. You get your own kind of thing to do what you want to do with your car, and you know, everything's open at that point, so you got a lot of freedom and just the best motorsport to get in. It's fun, you know, it's a blast. We have fun always. Yeah. The car I drive is a '94 Mazda Miata. It's got a LS1 V8. Keeping original out there, and you know, taking some weight out, radiators in the rear, trying to do something again that's different. No one's done this, you know, in this series before, of trying to kind of think outside the box with the Miata platform. Difference between me and other rookies, typically I like to think our personality, our pit presence. I'm a man with a family. I got a woman and a 3-year-old kid, so we do a lot of time with the kids. We let kids get in the car, start the car, rev it up, and the connection, I think, between me and the fans might be a little stronger than maybe some other guys, and just try to be outgoing and have a blast, man. This is a, you know, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. So, you know, to think of being the guy that's on the billboards and, you know, the face of drift with some of these guys is, it's hard to dream of now. It's definitely somewhere that we want to be at. And I think coming in with kind of the marketing aspect and this branding for the future, this is something that we want to come in and be here for a long time, and, you know, make our statement. I think the Miata and just our team in general that we built is super solid, and we're going to be here, you know, until the money runs dry, and just keep pushing along. You know, it's nothing else I'd rather be doing. So.
All right, well, that is our show for this week. For a look at what is next, we turn you over to professional hot chick, Vanessa Lansaw.
Thanks, Ryan. On the next episode of Formula Drift Insider, we'll have a full recap of the final event of the year at Irwindale Speedway. If you haven't purchased your tickets yet, you better hurry up before the biggest event of the year sells out again. Finally, congratulations to Tyler Ringwald, who won our hashtag contest. Tyler, your tickets are in the mail. As always, you can like us on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can also follow me on Instagram at Vanessa_Megan. Till next time.